Okay, try another time. Hi, beautiful people. Come on in, come on back. And hopefully we can bring Heather on. If we cannot bring Heather on, yeah, I guess when I get one person here, then I'm going to do the intro. I'm going to, hi. Let me just bring you on. Okay, hold on. Are you there? Yeah, if it doesn't work now, I, I'm beautiful people. I think it might be a technical thing. I think that's like the fifth time we tried. Don't don't worry, Heather. We will get you on. Et voila. Like maybe it's not meant to be. Yeah, I'm so sorry for everyone that's coming back on. I'm in New York, and there is a major accident that's happened, and I'm wondering if that has something. Et voila. No. So that's like, I think I'm going to call it a day. I've tried, unable to join. It's saying that you're unable to join. Um, all right. I know this is really annoying for everyone. Et voila.
Wait.
Oh my god. Okay, no, Frankie, no.
Here,
All right,
my friends.
all right, hold on. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you very low, so I'm gonna actually put my earpods on. Hold on. That was a challenge. Hold on, people.
That's called perseverance.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna actually do your intro while you're here. I'm gonna pretend um, and we're gonna welcome Heather. So, um, the wonderful Heather. I'm doing a little intro, and then we'll go into the questions. A few years ago, Heather walked into her doctor's office and heard those words we never want to hear. You have to have surgery. It set off a river of emotions: anxiety, confusion, fear, stress, sadness. She asked her friends, what do you do to prepare? There was crickets. Preparation was never an option or a conversation. She then asked herself, with millions of people having surgery every year, how could there be nothing out there to help them during the most critical time in their life? She took all of her own tools in wellness and self-care, read a lot, did her research, spoke with doctors, and created a simple to follow daily action plan for herself. She followed the daily action plan and had such a truly calm surgery process, and better yet, recovery. She started spreading the word, and people signed up. The feedback was amazing. One person said it was like someone holding her hand and guiding her through a dark tunnel. Another nurse said she was familiar with this program and the teachings, but never had actually put it into practice. And voila, Ready, Set, Recover was created. Ready, Set, Recover is an online wellness program vetted by doctors, backed by scientific research, that empowers people to prepare for and recover from surgery, to not only get better faster, but with less stress. With Heather's professional background in strong leadership and brand strategy roles in companies like ESPN, as well as being a public speaker and an engaging consultant, Heather knew exactly what she needed to do to create her company. But more importantly, she knew her true wish was to create a purpose-driven business. And she did just that. Et voila. So, my darling Heather, it is such an honor. And for people who don't know, for my 9 million followers, I have had surgery from the age of 2. I am now 60 years old. And what I would have done to have Heather in my back pocket for all of those surgeries, the wealth of information that I would have gained from her would have been phenomenal. But we have you now. So let's start with some fun questions. So as I mentioned in your intro, you created Ready, Set, Recover for your own self-healing process. And when it worked so well, you were like, oh, I've really got something here. What exactly was it about Ready, Set, Recover that was such a game changer for you and so many others? And what's the magic ingredient that makes it so great?
It's funny in terms about, I had this kind of it sounds like there was this aha moment. The aha moment in terms of creating this didn't come from me, it came from my surgeon. So
oh, really?
Yes. So I had, like you said, I was I was told I had to go through surgery. I went in to see a hand surgeon for finger pain. He said, I have good news and great. Good news is they'll be fine. Great news is you have something really, really wrong with another. And when I set up, I got, like you said, I basically created this program for myself. I borrowed things from.
You're, Heather, just hold on 1 minute. You're cutting in and out.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's something you can do on your end. Anyway, I don't know. Tammy, can you hear every word from Heather? I'm getting like every other word. Anyway, go ahead. So your doctor's talking to you.
My surgeon is telling me, this is going to happen. And I basically create this program because I get nervous, like you said. And I borrow from other wellness programs. I think about what's going to happen in this moment. And I go through and it goes really well. And months later, I'm at his office and he's admiring his work as surgeons do. And he says, I really wish all of my patients could be like you. And it was then where I thought, it's not enough to just use this for myself. It's scary. Surgery is overwhelming. I need to do this. So that was actually the aha moment. And then in terms of the special sauce, what's the magic ingredient? It's really kindly taking information and then building a framework for it. Back to, you mentioned the nurse who went through the program.
Yeah.
When I got feedback from her after she had gone through it, I was nervous. I didn't know she was a nurse. So I'm, talking with her and I'm saying, I'd like to get some feedback. And she said, great, I'm a nurse. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've been giving this to a nurse. And I said, oh, well, you probably knew everything in the program. And she said, yes, it's overwhelming how much information you can potentially take in about surgery. And you had it. It was wonderful. So number one, that really validated for me, we have the right information. It's given in a way. But I was again still uncomfortable. And I said, do you want your money back? I'm so sorry. You're a nurse. You were all of this. And she said, oh yeah, I knew it, but I never would have done any of it without the program. You need a framework, especially at this time when everything's kind of coming at you and it feels like all of this stuff is out of your control. To have a framework that is easy, that's also kind of fun and joyous. We had one person who went through the program and afterwards said, I was really sad when it was done. I look forward to every day going to my inbox and seeing, oh, what's Ready, Set, Recover going to tell me today? What am I going to take action on?
Yeah.
That's really powerful.
Yeah, I think the hand holding, there's so much information out there, but sometimes we really need to be guided through it. And with surgery, it's frightening. It's really frightening. So I love that answer. Tell all of my 9 million followers more about the actual program. How long is it? How does it work? Could there be an app one day? Or is it truly an interactive thing with your team? What does it look like?
So it is an online program. You can use it from your phone already. You can use it from your computer, anywhere that you have internet access. You have access to Ready, Set, Recover once you sign up. It's a 24-day program. It starts 16 days before surgery, because surgery starts the words you have to have surgery. That's when surgery starts. That's when you start that can help you get ready for it, overcome it better, or that hurt you. We help you make decisions that help you. So within the program, every day there's an action step. Every day there's something small, something easy, but something powerful that you get to do that's going to affect your surgery. One of my favorite examples, there are two actually favorite examples that immediately jump to mind. The first one is being your best advocate, your own advocate. How do you show up with your medical team and ensure that you understand what's happening, that you know not only the complications, but how do you get through those things? So being an advocate for yourself is one of my favorites. Also, the story of your surgery. When you're having surgery, you tell people over and over again. You say the story of your surgery. Are you saying it that helps you or hurts you? When I had surgery, again, and he said, you know, good news, great news, good news, great news, that's how I told it. And just by saying those words, good news, great news, most people are like, oh, so that's good. I'm like, yeah, it's good. I could have said, I have a bone-eating lesion that's eaten a third of my finger and it might be cancer. Both of those stories are completely true. Good news, great news, cancer. I want to tell this that makes me feel better. I want to tell the story of dopamine versus cortisol. And I want to tell the story that gently manipulates you to giving me a response that I want. I tell you good news, great news, you start, oh, okay, so this is good. Yeah, it's good. I tell you bone-eating lesion cancer, you're going to tell me about somebody else who had something completely the same and how awful it was. I don't want to do those things. Our program helps you look at the things that are actually in your control that you might not be paying attention to yet and gives you a way to do that.
Frankie, I think that's brilliant, Heather. I have a puppy, so I apologize.
I have one as well.
I think that's brilliant because, and Tammy, I think you get this, it's about reframing. It's, you know, the power of words is so important, and how we deliver a story is how someone will receive it. So if we say, I have good news and I have great news, then someone's going to lean in and be like, oh, cool, tell me. But if you go, I have, you know, a lesion and, you know, I might have cancer, kind of pull back. So I love that. A real reframing with the storytelling. I love that.
The program, again,
that
24 days with all of the different actions. We are helping you become an engaged, positive, and ultimately compliant patient. You know, doctors really love us as well because we are reiterating what they are telling their patients and helping the patients actually absorb. It's so hard. You're in a doctor's office. They're telling you these things and you're like, and you come out and you're like, wait a minute. What just happened? We help you take all of those minutes. We help you take all of those breaths, whether it's through the meditation or the goal setting for post-surgery and recovery. All of those things help you absorb this in a way that's going to get you better faster.
I mean, it's so holistic, but it's also so needed. I mean, as you know, my health journey, I have really taught a lot of my own clients the value of being your own advocate. And in a time where we have 5 minutes with our doctor, we actually have to be a little bit more invested, curious about our body and our healing and maybe our surgery. Because like you said, the doctors are going to be happier if you kind of go in and you know, well, I read about this and I want to know about that. Then you become a partnership, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I love that. You become a partnership. So, question number 3, Heather. You have a strong leadership background, and especially in brand strategy. And you knew that building your own Ready Set team of doctors, naturopaths, and other professionals was essential for the growth of Ready Set Recover. What are your wishes for 2024? And where do you see Ready Set Recover going and growing?
Yeah. The team that you are talking about, recognizing that is so important. From a business perspective, from a brand perspective, from a business perspective, one of the beauties of Ready Set Recover is that we actually have multiple constituents and multiple groups who would want to potentially pay for this program. We benefit not only the patient, we call them participants, but also their loved ones, their family, their employer, their doctor, the hospital, the surgeon, the insurance company. All of these entities benefit when someone who's going through surgery is more positive, more compliant, more engaged. Everyone benefits. Right now we are online, so anyone who's going through program right now, today, you go in, you sign up, you can buy it for a loved one, and that's wonderful. I am so glad to know we are there. Again, it's so funny, back to nurses. I once was telling a nurse about the program, and she started yelling. And I was like, what? She's like, why don't I know about this? I need this. Great. I'm so sorry. Here I am telling you about it. They can do it. So while I'm very thankful that we are already there and able to be there for patients, when I think about 2024, I want to be there for patients in the moment when they're going through this and learning about this from their doctor. My hope for 2024 is that when people have the words, you need surgery, that the next piece from the doctor is, and there's a program that can help be a positive part of this. I'm a great doctor to the medical side. I'm laser focused. You've got the right medical team to help you on that side, but you can be an amazing partner, just like you said, in this process as well. There's a program that can make that incredibly easy, and it's called Ready, Set, Recover.
So you see more partnership with doctors and clinics. And that's interesting. I was recently at a rehab, and Donna Karen, I don't know, 10, 20 years ago, created Urban Zen,
Yes.
where she's now in hospitals and I think clinics and rehab, and it incorporated her meditation and Reiki into these establishments. So that would be similar to what Donna Karen did with that.
Correct.
I love that. I love that. I think that's brilliant. So, in a recent interview in Authority magazine with Chad Silverstein, he talked about business entrepreneurs. And the title of that article was Purpose Before Profit, which I love. You said, in the U.S., we are a hurt care, not a health care. Tell us more about that thought, and what is it in our U.S. healthcare that we are getting so wrong? I mean, we don't have that long.
Like, how long are we planning on?
Yeah, we don't have that long.
Else by the time we finish.
But just, I like the hurt care. I've never heard that before. I thought it was pretty powerful.
We have an entire system built here. We have brick and mortar. Our payment scale. It's all about, there's something wrong with you. How do we fix it? It's not about how do we get right going with you. So much of the payment system. So I am a product of this. Years before Ready, Set, Recover, before I worked with wonderful people like you in a more healthful journey, I wouldn't have done anything that insurance didn't pay for my health.
Yeah.
But I do that. Insurance doesn't cover it. I must not need it for my health. Insurance doesn't cover it. then I started having my eyes open, and this was such a beautiful analogy for me, and it just made it clear. I have car insurance, and yet I changed the oil in my car. I changed the wipers. I rotate tires. I put on different depending on where. Why do I better care of the car than I do for myself?
It's so interesting. I love looking at it that way.
We have to get to the point, and again, the way business is, it's money based, and it's easy to see oh, you have a broken leg, we're going to set the leg, and then the bone is going to heal. We can see that. We can.
It's tangible. Yeah.
It is very difficult to say, oh, I want you to meditate, positive story, and then all of these things aren't going to happen. All of this bad stuff, your stress response, it's difficult to measure that. So it's a couple. It's hard to do the wellness side. And number two, we've got a whole system based on hurt care. It's how doctors make money.
It's more profitable. I'm just going to say that where the money is. Yeah. I'm really sorry, Frankie's going on it today. I think what we have an advantage in 2024 is that there's more dialogue. There are more conversations of what we're having. The doctors are more curious. It's not so woo-woo to incorporate other modalities into surgery. Right. It's empowering for the doctors. The doctors are going to have a win-win if they say, you know, Diana, I have your surgery scheduled, and I have this great program that I partnered with that will help you heal better. I'm like, I'm in.
It's really, you know, again, I think about, like you're saying, they are more curious, they are more open. But the reality is, what surgeons do is really weird. Like, it is not. If I were to say to you, oh, I've got a bone-eating lesion, it's eaten a third of my finger. You are like, oh, get a knife and cut that open, put the crushed up bones in a container. That's weird to have those thoughts, to think you're going to do that. I am saying, okay, you go be lazy. You go look at that, and you make sure that you're going to be able to do this, and then I'm going to come out, and my finger's going to be fine. I get that. But the rest of us surrounding all of this need to say, and there's so much more that's going to happen. So why wouldn't we want to pay attention?
Why wouldn't we be curious about that? Yeah. All right. So the final question. So as you know, I created my own business in 2023 called Healing Fully, Living Freely, where as a chef and a health coach, I guide people out of fear and confusion and into clarity and balance with a specialty in diabetic maintenance. I love to ask everyone I interview this one question.
Yep.
What does healing fully, living freely mean to you, Heather Campbell from Ready, Set, Recover?
No, this is such a beautiful question. It takes energy to do this. It takes energy to live freely. It takes the reality is everything put in and on your body, in here, in your heart, on your skin. Everything you put in and on are going to affect you. Are you paying attention to the choices you're making? And are you using the frameworks and the support what's around you? Are you going to people like you? You know, are you using a tool like Ready, Set, Recover? There are ways to make this easy, but you've got to pay attention and you've got to make those decisions. It's not easy. Like, recently someone said, how are you? And I said, good. And they said, you know, why are you good? And I said, because I work really hard at it.
Yeah, I know. It's a daily practice
It is.
because you can wake up bad.
You
You
can.
can totally wake up bad, but you want to wake up with the intention of good, right?
And that's how you fully and the free.
Oh, I love that. I love that answer. Well, as we wrap up, I appreciate all of your patience. It's kind of a wacky day. If you didn't know, there was a big train derailment right by my home, and it's, I think that's what might have been the delay. But I loved our conversation. So where can everyone find you?
ReadySetRecover.com is where our company is. It's easy. We're online. You can get information. You can sign up for our newsletter. We love sharing positive information with people. And you can also find me on LinkedIn if you want to get together with me directly.
I love it. Well, I really, really appreciate your time. I love the work you're doing. I'm a huge fan, so any way that I can get the word out. And if any of the people here have more questions, you can reach out to you. They can reach out to me. Everyone's having a surgery, and if they're not having one, they know someone that is.
Yes.
So your work is just what we all need. I can't wait for it to be in all the hospitals.
Thank you. And thank you for doing too. Again, everything we put in and on our body, and you are helping people look at that. So thank you so much.
No, love. And Frankie's helping too.
Absolutely.
By driving me nuts. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye, and then I'm going to do the wrap up with the team here. So I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Great. Thank you.
All right, bye. And there's a little X. You hit that, and then there you go. Et voila. Oh my God. Well, the technical team have been fired. The production team have been fired. But Heather is a true love. I love the work that she's doing. Anyone that's having surgery or knows anyone who's having surgery has got to check into the Ready, Set, Recover program. It's phenomenal. It's a game changer. That's all there is. So I'm going to wrap up with something very appropriate. Well, which one should I wrap up with? Okay. If you can name it. 2 tickets to Hawaii. Anyone? Callie or Nandi? Name it. I mean, the words are there. You got to name the artist. All right, that's India Arie. Heather Campbell has strength, courage, and wisdom, without a doubt. She found something broken, and she found a way to fix it. She found something in her own healing journey with having surgery, something that didn't quite work. So she created something that did work, and now provides it for everyone. It's such a brilliant concept. If there's something in your life that's not working, or if you get a no, find a way to make it a yes. Strength, courage, and wisdom. And on that note, get up and dance. We all have it. We all have strength, courage, and wisdom. We just got to dig it up. And we all have a barking puppy. All right, y'all. I love you. Until we meet again, chatting with Di, over and out.